for someone who's never met you before, who is Maya?
I'd say Maya is a creative person. She's very uh intelligent, she's smart, and she's kind. She's a bit confident in herself. So I don't know, sometimes needs a little bit of a talking to like calm herself down. But yeah, that's Maya. That's Maya.
That's cool. So you study journalism, you do a bit of modeling
Yes.
here and there, and you talk
Yeah.
about storytelling. So what's the connection between all of those?
I think the main concept is storytelling. So with modeling, it's like doing photo shoots and conveying a story in like these photos and meeting photographers and doing something together, like really creating something. With journalism, that's more written and like telling the stories and asking people questions.
So where did all of this come from? Just too many things that
Um,
kind of brought
No,
it all together.
I think it all just like leads into each other.
Yeah.
You just sort of like, you like, there's a little thing, and then you're like, oh, I really enjoy doing
Mm.
this. I'd love to do more of it. So that was like kind of with the modeling thing too. Like it was like, I really enjoy doing photo shoots. I'd love to reach out to photographers. So that's how I got in contact with them. And then I started posting all those photo shoots and photographers started reaching out to me. And I was like, whoa, that's so like, we're actually creating something. And then there were makeup artists and oh yeah. So it's just like you meet new people and that's what like inspires me to like really like make more, you know?
Yeah, that sounds really awesome then. And you also spoke to me and you said that you're very family orientated. Was there a moment that made you realize that, or is it kind of lead on from your creative side?
I think it's just in general, you know that your family will always be there for you and your family's always and even like friends as well. Like they say like friends are the family you can choose yourself. Like I think that's like really important to me. It's knowing that you have those people to guide you and support you and they're always going to be there for you no matter what. So there wasn't necessarily a light bulb moment. I think it's just life and knowing like, oh, you're gonna like go through hardships, you're gonna face these issues, but you always have people there to like guide you and like support you, you know?
Yeah, it's exactly
Mm.
true.
I think it's like when I graduated and I got into uni, obviously that's a big accomplishment. It's like, whoa, I'm actually doing something with my life. I'm like I can actually go and pursue what I want to do and I can meet like-minded people and that's really exciting and it's new and it's scary, but it's like it's so fun. It's awesome, you know? Um so I think yeah, graduating and getting into uni was probably one of the biggest moments. Um and then another moment would be when a photographer, after I posted a few shoots, the first time a photographer reached out to me for the first time, and
Yeah.
it wasn't the other way around. And they like messaged me out of the blue, and I got this request on Instagram. So I pressed the request, and I was like, what? No way. Like, people are actually seeing my stuff. No way. And they had incredible work too. I was like, what? This guy's like professional. That's crazy. So that would probably be like top three moments. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Wow, that's really cool. It's really inspiring.
yeah.
What do people assume about you that is not necessarily right? Do you get that at all, or
Yeah. I think everyone this isn't just a me thing, this is like a everyone thing. So like sorry if that doesn't answer your question, but it's just like a overgeneralization of people. And what I've noticed is that people think that you're more confident than you actually are, when in reality, everyone has their insecurities. Everyone has their like doubts. Like the amount of times that I've like looked at photos from a photo shoot and been like, oh, like I'm blinking in that, or like, "Oh, like, I have a fat pimple in there," or like, "There's a hair in my face," or something, like, the amount of times that that's happened, it too many times to count. So it's just knowing that, like, other people have insecurities and, like, I'm not just because I do modeling or just because I'm, like, studying doesn't mean, like, I'm the smartest person in the room or, like I'm the prettiest girl ever. Like, like there's always gonna be someone who's better than you. And I think that can be a good thing too, because it's like you're striving to like improve yourself, not just out of competition, but because of a genuine love for what you do, you know?
What was your first shoot like? Tell me about that.
So there's my first shoot was in grade 12 and I was doing a musical. Uh, my wonderful drama teacher at the time decided to make Romeo and Juliet a musical. So like we added like Toxic by Britney Spears into the musical and like we cut the play because it's such a long play. We cut it and we added songs and it was like just this creative idea. And I think that's what's gotten me into like all this creative like stuff is because of my teachers. But anyways, we were doing that musical and for that musical we had to advertise. So we did like a little photo shoot. And I think that's what really got me going because it was like, oh my gosh, we're like doing something. We're actually creating this for other people to see. And it's like, it's all, that's what's really inspired me. Uh, and then that was technically my first shoot, but like, it, like, in reality, it was more like I did an actual shoot when I reached out to a photographer for the first time. I joined a Facebook group. I was like, time for print models, where it's like, I benefit off the photographer because I'm getting images for my portfolio, and then the photographer benefits off me because I'm modeling for them. So it's like an exchange where it's like a mutual benefit instead of like involving like payments or like however much it costs.
Yep.
It's just like we have this mutual exchange.
Yep.
So that photo shoot, it was like at New Farm Park. And I reached out to this photographer, lovely lady. And we just like we took some photos and I was a beginner. I was putting my hands on my face and like smushing my face. That's not what a model does. Like what was I
Yeah.
thinking, so it was like that was the first few shoots. And then I think over time you sort of build experience and you know what the photographers want from you and you know like how to pose and what's your good angle, what's your bad angle, where's the jawline, like where the lighting hits your face, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest considerations in a shoot? So you mentioned like, oh, the jawline, all of that stuff. To a regular person, that doesn't really come naturally. So what are the biggest considerations no one thinks about?
uh Like, in photo shoots, I think it's, like, just knowing where the lighting, like, hits your face. So it's like, y you don't wanna look too down because then you kinda look like you're constipated. And then you don't wanna look too up high like, up because then, I don't know,
Just look
you look
stupid?
weird, like, you
Yeah.
look like yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Um, so it's more so just, you learn over
Yeah.
time and you learn with other photographers what other photographers like. So it's like you gotta look at the camera sometimes and it's like sort of like a flow, like a dance, like you move with the photographer and you like find like what's good, what's working. And so if the photographer's like, yeah, I like that, keep going, then obviously you're gonna keep going and you're gonna do it again in further shoots because you know that's what photographers like. So I think that's just it's really a learning experience. And some other stuff, I think it's just eyes, like knowing like where you place your eyes. Like I did a shoot recently where it was like he was telling me when you look at certain places you gotta like point your nose and then look where your nose is going. So, like, obviously, if I'm, like, looking like, way out there, then you're gonna see more of the white bit of my eye. But if I'm looking where, like, my nose is, this sounds so weird.
Yeah,
If I'm looking where my nose is, you can still see, like, the blue part of my eye, right?
right, yeah.
So it's like you sort of like learn little tips and tricks like that and like how to like move your shoulders because it's so much more than your facial expressions. You're moving your whole body when you're doing these shoots, you know? And it's really conveying these like stories and these emotions in the shoot, you know?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years' time? If you don't, you don't know, do you? Yeah.
Don't ask me that because there's like so many ways I could go. Honestly, I don't know if I want to do journalism. I'd love to go into journalism, maybe like for a few years, but I don't want it to like occupy my whole life. I want to do so much with my life. I want to like travel. Travel is definitely something I see myself doing. I see myself exploring the world and like trying new cultures and like, you know, like taking photos everywhere and creating these memories. I think meeting new people, definitely one of my goals. I just love like joining these like Facebook groups and you're like there's like a Brisbane girls friendship group and so it's like you meet these new people and it's like whoa there's like-minded people and it's just there's so much out there. So like I don't have like a solid answer for you. Ask me in 5 years. Ask me in 5 years. That's my answer.
I I
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
that's my
ask you that in
answer.
5 years' time. How about we schedule in you for
Yeah.
5 years' time, okay?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Um, so obviously you work with a lot of other people and you love working with a lot of other people. If there were no limits whatsoever, what would your dream project look like? Like at the moment,
Um, for modeling or for like just life?
for whatever. What
Okay,
anything.
I'll give you answers for both. Is that okay? Is that
Yeah, yeah,
okay?
of course.
Okay. For modeling, it would be modeling for an actual brand. So I've had photographers reach out to me. I've had makeup artists reach out to me. Now I want to like take it that step further and model for like a brand. Like Adidas or like Nike or like something like that. That would be so awesome, right? But I think that's just that might take a while. So maybe that's where I see myself in 5 years. um in general, I'm gonna fall back on what I said before with the traveling. I seem like I want to do this fun little friend group thing where we go like overseas and like maybe to Asia. Asia has really yummy food. I'd love to go to Asia with like my mates. That would be cool. That's like a fun little project maybe. But I think that just takes time and like saving money and like you have to like really be like specific with the goal. So we'll see what happens. We'll see.
You could say anything
Okay.
ever. Yeah.
Like, I wanna be in a movie. I wanna be in, like, I wanna like I said, I wanna model for, like, some brand. That would be awesome. I wanna climb Mount Kilimanjaro with my mates. That would be cool. I don't know, like, there's so much, and then it's like what I'd want to do now isn't the same as what I'd want to do 2 years ago. So, like, it's always constantly changing, so I can't give you a solid answer for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
If that's a
okay, it's
letdown,
okay.
that's my answer. That's my answer.
Well,
So,
what did you 2 years ago wanna do?
2 years ago, I wanted to be the Prime Minister of Australia. I was yeah, 2 years ago, 2024, I was school captain. I was dead set. I was gonna be prime minister. I was going to study political science at Griffith, and I was dead set on becoming prime minister. But obviously that changes.
Oh,
Obviously
okay.
that changes.
That's,
Yeah. So
that's interesting.
that's all.
Um, like, in your first shoot when you were, like, doing all of the model things wrong, you were squishing your face, someone in that position, what is your advice to them?
Um, don't be afraid to mess it up. Like, it's okay. You're gonna learn. Like, it just takes time and don't give up. Like, if you give up, then like what's the point? What's the point if you give up? You know, you're worth so much more than that. You're worth like giving it a go. You're worth trying and you're worth that. So I think yeah, I think that's my main message. If I could speak to myself back again 6 months ago when I just started modeling, I'd be very encouraging because it's scary starting something new, and it's also exciting.
Mm.
So I think that's my main message, yeah.
You have any advice or message to the world?
I think it's just, like, knowing that people are worth than they think they are, and, like, it's like there's so there's so much negativity in the world,
Mm.
like, may as well just be positive and have a good outlook on the life, cause like, there's so much to do, there's so much love, and there's so much like, you know?
Alright,
Yeah.
well, this was really good. Thank you so much for making time to, talk to me.
Of course.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you enjoy the rest of your evening, okay?
Yeah, you too, it was a pleasure.
Alright, thank you.